Welcome to Genshin Optimizer, where our implementation is trying too hard to be smart for its own good. My Australian accent is currently backpacking in a Southeast Asian country, so you're gonna have to contend with me today. I'm here to talk about some exciting changes that are coming to Genshin Optimizer version 10. From the homepage, you're gonna notice that there's a new teams page. In previous version of Genshin Optimizer, the teams and optimizations are stored per character. This makes it difficult for the same character to be in multiple teams. In this update, you're more than welcome to have a separate team for different character usages. Let's go to the character view to see an example of this. You can now store multiple loadouts per character. Each loadout encapsulates all the context of a character, like conditionals, bonus stats, optimization, config, and all your generated builds. In this case, my Raiden Shogun has a loadout where she's the enabler for a Hyper Bloom team. She only scales with EM in this team. On the teams page, let's create a new team for my Raiden. Let's name it Raiden National. Yeah, team. On-field buffs are applied to the first character in the team, like buffs from Bennett's ult. Raiden will be the first character in the team. After we add Raiden, since it's defaulted to her EM loadout, we will create a new loadout since the usages and assumption for this Raiden will be drastically different. For DPS Raiden, I will also include the usual lineup: Elon, Bennett, and Xiangling. Since I mentioned Bennett before, we know that his ultimate attack buff only scales with his base attack. Since it doesn't matter what specific artifacts are brought to the team, we could simulate him with a TC build. We'll create a new TC build, we'll enable it, and in the TC build UI, we'll select a separate sword to him, assume that to be level 90, and then we'll assume that he has a 4-set noblesse. We'll also enable this buff. Going back to the team, we can see that the corresponding ultimate has increased. Going back to Raiden, we can now finish the rest of the character setup. Checking her talents and optimization setup. Selecting her burst as the optimization target. Since the loadout defaults to the equipped weapon and artifacts, a Raiden has an EM weapon, we'll create a new build with a more appropriate weapon. This will also be the weapon the optimizer will use for build generation. Once we generate builds, we can name and save the important builds. We can also try to see how far these generated builds are from a theoretical max potential build. We can create a new TC build from the save build. We will reset all the substats, distribution back to 0, select the same optimization target. Once we create a new distribution, we can then compare against the save build, and we can see how far the generated build is. This loadout feature is something we've been working very hard over the last few weeks. There will be changes to the UI and workflow as we improve and polish this feature over the foreseeable future. I hope this feature enables you to optimize your character in any context you can imagine. Feel free to join our Discord, link below, for any additional questions and feedback.